Hey y'all. So, I don't know if you heard about this yet, but there was another school shooting. I think this time out of Detroit, Michigan, I want to say. I have a shit memory, so let's just roll with that one. So, here's some funny things that aren't really funny. Parents apparently heard about it before it happened. Apparently threats were made, and apparently, kids knew about it too and didn't show up at school the day it happened. But the school didn't do anything to do about it. School didn't do shit. What a fucking surprise. If kids are always the first to know. They're always the one that's like, I think that one's gonna be the one that shoots up the school. Every fucking time. And it's ridiculous because the goddamn administrators of the school, even the teachers, really couldn't be bothered. They do, like, minimal, make sure that, you apologize to so-and-so and make nice. That doesn't do dick. All that does is make it worse because the bully is like, okay, you fucking reported me, now you're getting it worse. Because usually the kid who shoots up the school is being bullied. How do I know this? Don't ask. Let's just say, when home life is shitty and school life is also shitty, and then you have bullies, what do you get? What do you get when you have a mentally unstable adolescent filled with hormones, not being accepted by their peers? What do you get? You tell me. You get what you fucking deserve. Especially because, let me give you a little story about myself. I remember one time, there's two great instances of this bullshit. One time I went to the guidance counselor to report my bully, and I did it in the class, before the class that I had her with, and then just as I was coming back from the guidance counselor, by the way, the guidance counselor asked me, what do you want me to do about it? I guess he meant it in a nice way, but it still took me as a, what the fuck? You're supposed to be the one that takes care of this? If I had my way, she would have been beheaded regardless. So when I went back to class, the teacher slammed their fucking door in my face and then berated me for hanging out with the pretty boy guidance counselor. And my bully was sitting there, like, staring daggers at me, and I'm just sinking into my seat like, fuck, I want to die even more. What do you get? How about this? The fucking principal of my middle school, there's so many stories of that. I'm not even going to get fucking into it. But let's just say that he got a call from my my psychologist that he made me get because he suspended me for a week so I couldn't come back to school until I got a doctor. That same doctor called him, said, you had done nothing about this student being bullied for all 3 years she had been in middle school. And then he says, that's not bullying, that's just girl things. And then hung up on the doctor. Thankfully, this principal was fired later, but regardless. This shit happens all the goddamn time. The students know who the fuck it is. The goddamn teachers couldn't give a shit because they have 100+ students to deal with every day. They have their own lessons plans to deal with. They have their own fucking lives to deal with. They don't give a shit if some kid is suicidal and wants to bring everybody else down with them. They don't give a fuck. And everyone acts like it's just fucking out of nowhere. Oh, we had no idea. Yeah, everyone that says we had no idea didn't see that kid on a daily basis. They either ignored, neglected, or straight up abused that kid on a daily basis. That's why it's so out of fucking nowhere. It's because you weren't on the receiving end, bitch. I know what it's like. I'm getting a little defensive, so. It's just. If you ever either been in that spot, had a friend that was in that spot, or just, seen a classmate that was in that spot, you know exactly what it's like. You have that bully, that group of bullies, that teacher that doesn't listen to you, that, the administrators that give you that side eye. I know all about that shit. And one day you're just waiting for that fucking moment. You're waiting for that bitch to say the wrong thing to you. You're waiting for that opportunity to just go the fuck off. Like just.
何ネクラな顔して読んでるのよ。何これ、わけわかんない。ほい。あった。パーン。はい、お兄さんこちら。ほらほらリカちゃま、こっちよこっち。どうしたのリカちゃま。
さとこ、あんた少しうるさい。私の親友と同じ顔してるからちょっと多めに見てきたけど、いい加減あんたのその甲高い声にもイラついてきたわ。以後私の半径1メートル以内に入ったら言い訳なしで即ぶん殴るから。
It ain't pretty. So, I want to suggest something to remedy this, but what the fuck can be done? Because I know it's all about the kid was being picked on. I know. I guarantee you, because who the fuck else does this shit? Eric and Dylan, Eric and Dylan of Columbine, they were fucking bullied. Who else? Do I really need to go over this? We've been over this for 20 fucking years. We know why this happens. And the fact that it happens more and more, it's just... And y'all ain't doing shit about it? Y'all ain't gonna do anything about it. Y'all just gonna keep doing the same things y'all gonna do and just not gonna talk about it. And that's why this never fucking gets solved. I remember actually at my middle school one time, all they did was get us all together and showed us this fucking music video that was like, don't bully people or else they're going to kill themselves. It's like, okay, that's nice. That's great for scaring some pubescent kids into not bullying other people. But it's like, do you really think that the kid who has the shitty home life, who has been abused by themselves, they are part of the cycle of violence always begets violence. They're probably going to take out their stress on the other wimpy kid that's also getting shit kicked in by whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Just, it really irritates me because nothing ever gets done. It is always a fucking surprise to these fucking people when another kid loses his goddamn mind. I'm just gonna leave it there, y'all. I am livid. I just can't. White girl can't even. Bye.